Hi guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Ali. First of all, I do apologise for the lighting in here, but it is still very hot in the UK right now, so all the curtains and all the blinds are all drawn to try and keep the house as cool as possible. Today I have a SHEIN haul for you that includes some Disney items, a bit of jewellery items and some clothes that we are also going to try on. I will let you know what sizes I bought and I'll let you know my height, etc., so that you can figure out what would work and wouldn't work for you. Without further ado, let's dive into the non-Disney stuff first and get that out of the way. Then we'll do Disney and then we'll do try on. Be right back. Now in this haul I have bought quite a fair bit of jewellery and accessories, so I'm going to start there. First and foremost, it's out of the package because I've already worn it once, but some of my favourite earrings are from SHEIN. They are these little moth ones, and I saw that they had a matching moth necklace on a silver chain. So I picked myself that up. It was like £1 some odd. It was very, very cheap, but that now means that I have like a set that I can wear all the time, because I also happen to have the little shoe charms that go on your boots that are the same moth. Speaking of moths, I also picked up, let me just open this one up, some more earrings, because the earrings I have been wearing have been used a lot and I would like a sort of like secondary pair to wear. So I picked up these more like dangly versions. The ones I've got are like a hoop, but I really like the little barbed wire effect, and again it is the exact same moth. So there we go, there's those two. Still on the moth front, you can tell I like this like design that they have. I've pretty much bought everything I can. Now this is a shoe charm, so you like hang it on the side of your, I assume, boot or Converse, and then you've got the little moths to go with it. Then I got myself some really cool seahorse earrings, which is apt because I'm currently wearing my Ursula t-shirt that I DIY'd myself using a iron-on patch that I found on Temu, I believe. But I thought these were really cool, and they're sort of like iridescent. So these are little skeleton seahorses, and they've got like sparkly, I don't know what you'd call it, like little glitter that's inside the resin. But I just thought these were really cool, and I do like a little combination of what I would consider to be a little bit Halloween-y and a little bit spooky, but also sort of Disney related, and I feel like they go really well with my Ursula stuff. So that is those earrings. And then finally, on the smaller side of stuff, I got my husband something. This is to go on a shirt collar, but I just thought the roses were really pretty. We've got a couple of weddings we're going to this year, and I just thought that would look really nice way to add in a little bit of something for him. If, for example, we were going somewhere where he maybe didn't want to wear the actual tie, this could still add a little bit of interest. But you could also put it on the lapel of the suit jacket, or even onto the pocket. I just thought that was a really nice accessory for him. Then we have some headbands. So the first headband is this one. I just really like the fact that it was very like rockery. That's sort of like my vibe most of the time. It is very comfortable to wear. I have already worn this myself once or twice. But yeah, I just thought it was really nice. I love the leather. It's very, very comfortable. It's really well made. It's sort of like cushiony underneath. And I like the thickness of it. So that was the first headband I bought. Speaking of the weddings I'm going to this year, I was trying to look for some like fascinator alternatives, because I don't necessarily like the massive fascinators for me. But I found this absolutely stunning headband that is sort of like a fascinator. And with my hair being, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up at the moment, but like purples and blues, I thought this would look really good. I've got like that turquoise jumpsuit you might have seen in a previous video, but I just thought this was really pretty. And it didn't like come off my head too much like some fascinators can. So I just thought that was really stunning, and I was quite surprised when it arrived because it was like under £2. They did do this in a variation of different colours, but look at the sparkle on that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then on a similar front for like headbands as an alternative for weddings, I've got this one. I did have to like iron out the butterflies a bit. They were a little bit creased from the way that it had been sent to me. But Pop that in my head as well. It feels very fairycore, this. It'd be quite cool if you were going to like one of those Renaissance fairs where they're like, people dress up as like fairies and elves and stuff like that. I thought this was a really cute accessory. I think out of the two, I probably prefer the other one, but I do think this is a really nice little item. So yeah, that's that one. And then the last item on the butterfly theme were these two little clips. Now I have already worn these to a wedding at the weekend. I just popped one in the back of my hair where I had it half up, half down. They are these little kind of clips, but they did come in a pack of two, and I just thought they were really sweet, really pretty. Such a nice way to put a little bit of sparkle in your hair without it feeling over the top. And again, these are around £3, but yeah, really sweet. I've already worn them already and they worked perfectly. Then we come on to some bows. So I really like to put my hair up in like space buns and things like that, and I do have some of those like mini bows that are meant for toddlers, but I don't have many like rocky versions. So I picked up these ones. They all have their own pair, so each design I show you has got two of in the pack. They are this kind of clip. They are all soft. So you've got the checkered one, there's a little black and white polka dot one. There is, I'm not entirely sure what the pattern is. I think it's like a, let me grab the other one, leopard print type thing. There is a plain black one in here and a sort of black and white floral one. But again, I just thought they'd be really cute when I've got my hair up in buns. So that was a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Is that right? Pack of 10. I can't count. It's fine. 3 attempts to pass my GCSE maths. So 8 of those in that packet. Then I got a pack of 2 sort of leather ones. Now I will say these are a lot bigger than I thought they were going to be. These are not going to be able to go into my hair for the space buns as I had initially intended them to when I ordered them. These are absolutely more of a half up, half down hair situation. But they are very cool. So they're very similar to that headband I showed you earlier on. They've got this kind of clip on the back. It does come with 2. I actually thought they were sort of the size of the other ones, but that is going to be ridiculous in my hair. But as a singular one at the back, I do think that'd be quite cute and cool, and at least I have a spare one now. So they are the smaller accessories that I got this time around. Let's move on to some Disney things. So as you know, I've been like desperately trying to collate items to go and do some bell bounds for the bell bag that I now have in my Loungefly collection. But to do that, I also thought I could do with some ears. Now, I do normally make the bows for my ears myself, but sometimes they are so cheap on SHEIN that it's cheaper for me just to buy them. So the first pair of ears I've picked up is these gold bell ones. These are gorgeous. I really like these. So they're sort of like a gold and yellow, and I feel like they will go perfectly with the dress I've put together for that particular bound. So that is that pair. Bear in mind, all of these ears are like £3 to £4, obviously a lot cheaper than what you'd get in the parks. And I just think that gives you like more options for bounds. But yeah, so I've got that one. Then I picked up a purple one that I feel I will build on sometimes. I can always add like a bow over the top of the bow that's already on them. But I just wanted to have a bit more variation so that when I do stuff like my Ursula bound and stuff, I could have like a more purpler background for them. Again, really cool. I love this iridescentness of this one. I've got quite a few bags where the bows I've made for them would look quite cool with this background. Again, only costing me between £3 and £4 for these ones. Now this one is a little bit of a spoiler because there is a bonus bound that I'm going to be doing when I do my bell bounding series. I'm just working on that dress at the moment because it is a part thrifted, part made dress that I'm going to do. But I thought when I saw these and they were like similar price, I had to get them to go with that bound. So I've actually picked up some Mrs. Potts ones. How cute are these? So yes, I am going to be making myself a little Mrs. Potts bound as well. I will say the Mrs. Potts on this is like a fabric. I'm not entirely sure how well she will stay attached to the actual thing because it is just glued on. I might have to like stitch her in place, but I did think it was a really adorable ears. So that's 3 new sets of ears that I've got that have cost me less than 1 pair of ears would cost me in the parks. The last 2 Disney items are, I picked myself up a little gold bow to go with my bell bound that is of the yellowy gold dress. It's just got one of these slidey clips on the back. I have ironed it out because when it came it was very creased and screwed up, but I have ironed that out ready to go with that particular bound. And then for the Mrs. Potts bound, I've seen other people do this when they do Mrs. Potts, and I just thought it was a really smart idea. It's probably a little bit thicker than I thought it was going to be, but I picked myself up a little purple beret that I plan to put a little pink pom-pom on, sort of to emulate her lid, I suppose. So I just think, I've seen quite a few people do this. I just think it's a really cool way to do the Mrs. Potts hat. So yeah, it sort of blends in with my hair at the moment because my hair is very purple. But this was like 2 or 3 quid again, but I feel like that's going to really help set off the bound. Just a few miscellaneous items now before we get into the clothing. First up, I bought myself these little hooks that help transform your bra straps in the back into like crisscross ones, but while also still looking pretty. I got mine in the heart shape. You can get them in several different shapes, but they're these like little clips where you hook your bra straps into this section so that it pulls them across. So if you've got like a crisscross back, or different types of outfits. So it came with 4. You get a black, a clear, and a beige, and they literally cost me like 97 pence. I haven't actually utilised these yet, but I just thought they were a really great thing to have in your bag. I have also seen a few mums hacking this with little girls' dresses that are like a bit long on the shoulders, pulling the straps together at the back to create a crisscross. So you could absolutely use that for them as well. Next, we have something that I was hoping would arrive before I had my hair re-dyed last time, but it didn't, but that's fine. I got this little cape thing to, when dyeing my hair, just to like protect my face a little bit more. I had a little bit of an accident a few weeks ago when I had my hair dyed, where unfortunately the the dye sort of got just here, and it's given me a little bit of a scar. It's absolutely fine though. I'm, you know, not worried or anything. But this is sort of like a cape where it's going to sit up and around, and the hair goes into this section. Can I demonstrate what I'm trying to mean? Probably not. It's very warm in here. So this comes up, the hair goes in the back, and this like does up here, so that all the hair is off the face. I don't know whether it'll work, but it was like £1 some odd. So I was like, it's worth a try if it just helps try and keep any dripping happening. My hairdresser is brilliant. She's wonderful. It was an absolute accident what happened, but if we can put things in place to help prevent it from happening again, we absolutely will, especially when I'm using blue dye, because blue dye is a little bit hard to get off the skin. So anything that might help negate that, we're going to try. And we have, so these aren't necessarily for me, these are for my business. I sell like croc charms and things like that, not official croc charms, just, you know, but I also have quite a few nieces. Well, I have a nephew and a couple of goddaughters, and etc, etc. These are a pack of, if I can find a number on it, doesn't tell me, quite a few, of K-pop Demon Hunter little croc charms. Yeah, shoe charms. They've got different members. There's, I think it's called Remy. But yeah, there's a fair few in there. And I can either use them at Halloween when I make up my little bags like I do. That kind of stuff will have to start soon, because I know you're all going to say it's only in the summer, but I have to prep. I have to prep in time to make all the things. I'm trying to break my record of last year, which was 275 trick-or-treaters. If I can break the 300 mark this year, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, so they are sort of like for my business, but also might go into some gift bags. I've also got nieces and nephews, and I know there are a lot of parents out there who have got kids who are absolutely obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters, so knowing where to find some stuff that is slightly cheaper with that branding that doesn't look dodgy, because some of them do look a bit dodgy, some of these like not official stuff, then I'm willing to help. Next, we have a couple of things for displaying for my business. As you know, I've started doing more craft fairs, and I found these on SHEIN. These are like little holders so that you can put different products in these bits here, just for a better display. I got them one in the larger size, and then I got two in the slightly smaller size so that I can put like pre-packaged earrings, etc. in. So I got two of these ones. These ones are a little bit deeper, but they're a little bit shallower. So I got two. That's one. And that's two. So those are in that sort of like purpley blue colourway. Kind of matching my hair at the moment. But yes, for helping me display stuff for my business. Let's get straight into the items of clothing. I'm going to go and try them straight on for you so you can see what they look like, and I'll let you know the sizes, etc. as we go along. First of all, we have this little like crop number. It is in a size large in the regular range, so not the curve range. It's sort of like this like tie-dye powder blue and purple colouring. I just really liked it. It is a rib material. It is incredibly stretchy. I bought it sort of to go under like a little jumpsuit type thing that I've got. But you can absolutely wear it as is. I'm not entirely sure which is the front and the back. It looks very similar both sides. I'm pretty sure you could probably wear it either way and you'd be fine. But I do think I've got it right because I think the back would be higher up. But I do like the colours in it, and it fits really well, and it's very comfortable, and it's quite soft. And I think it only cost me like £2.50, so very cheap, very cheerful. But yeah, I just love the colourfulness of it, and I love the little tie-dye effect. On to the next item. This is also in a large. It is just a basic sort of tee, but what I loved about it is I really love the cold shoulder look on t-shirts and tops, because it makes me feel, I don't know, it just makes me feel better about up here. It's covering the tops of my arms, but I've still got my shoulder blades showing and my collarbone showing. It again is a nice sort of thin but not too see-through material. It's got the V in the front and in the back, and it does indeed have adjustable straps, which is always good. Plenty of space in the boob area. It's got like a sort of baggy fit to it. Like I said, I got it in a large. I actually really like this. I feel like it's very flattering, and it would work well both casually and dressed up if you had it with a nice pair of jeans and heels and boots. So that's that one. Moving on to the next. Next one is this like gorgeous turquoise coloured top. Now this is a 0XL in the curve range. It does have adjustable straps, which I am just going to adjust myself because I feel like with the curve range they tend to build this area for a little bit more fuller girlies, and I just don't have those. It's probably a little bit big on me, but it is in the 0XL. But the thing that really sold it for me, I am wearing a bra right now, is I love this like twisty back, open backness to it. I just thought that was a really nice touch, and again with a pair of jeans, I just think this is a really nice top to wear. You could absolutely pull it up and tuck it in if you wanted to. But yeah, I just really like the knot on the back of it. I just thought it was really nice. You'd probably have to wear it with a clear bra or no bra at all and just some pasties. But yeah, and the colour's really nice. It absolutely does need an iron, as you can tell. But I like it. Now, I will admit that I have already worn this this top already. I did a concert a few weeks ago, and it was a really nice way to smarten up something that would probably have looked a bit too casual. Now, I've been wanting a black blazer for a long time. I actually love my blazers, but I've not had one for a while. What I loved about this one is the fact that although this bit at the front is solid, all the way around the outside, the arms, and the whole of the back, as you can see, is all made out of lace. Which means it feels really good for a summer jacket as well, because you're not going to get too hot in it. Now, I will admit that it came with more like a pearlized button, but I have swapped it out for something that's a little bit me, which is a little bit more darker and gothier. So it does do up if you want it to, like so. I really like this. Like I said, I think it's such a good way. A blazer is a great way to elevate a outfit. And I just didn't have one that fitted me anymore. And I usually really struggle because I am smaller on my waist area, but I'm quite broad at the top. So I often have to size up in blazers, but I didn't have to with this one. And I think that's partly because the lace allows you not to feel too restricted. And it definitely makes me feel like I've got space. Now, it's got like fake pockets on the side. They are not working pockets. And it was a size large in the normal standard range, whatever you want to call it on Shein. So that is that. We have got one more item to go, and that'll be the end of this haul. So I'm going to go and quickly switch into that because it is a dress, because I absolutely needed more summer dresses this year, but I like something a bit more alternative. So in 3, 2, 1. So this is the final item in this little mini Shein haul. It is this lovely little black dress that's got this like elasticated waist here. Now it's got a little draw tie here, but this is just fake. It's just for decoration. I'll be honest, I probably will just end up cutting that bit off. It just seems a bit, I probably want to put my own belt with it. I do love where it hits me on here. It is absolutely hugging my waist. You may have noticed that the design up here is that snake design that Runway do, that I seem to have multiple items of clothing in it. It's not been printed, it's actually embroidery. I will say this little bit here, I'm probably going to go down and stitch it down just to stop it from unfolding. But I love the neckline on it. I love the sleeve length on it. The length, if you can see her, is just hitting me just above the knee. Now I am 5'1", so that's pretty good because I thought it'd be maybe a little bit too long on me, but it's actually a perfect length. Now it doesn't have any pockets or anything like that, but it is very comfortable, very floaty. I got this in the 0XL, I think that's what it is. Let me just check the tag for you. No, just an XL, and that's just because I wanted it to feel a bit more baggy on me. Now I absolutely think you could also roll this bit up if you did want it a little bit shorter and have that like rolled over effect, or add a little belt to go with it. But I just thought this was really nice. It's quite a nice thin floaty material, perfect for the summer. If my goth girlies and alternative girlies out there are looking for a dress for this warmer weather, I do recommend this. This was really nice, and I think it cost me around the £8 mark, which isn't too bad. That is everything, guys, for this little Shein haul this time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've seen some things that have given you some inspiration, or things you might want to go and get yourself. I do have a little Temu haul coming up that is all garden related predominantly. There is a few craft things in there, but we're currently renovating our garden, so I've picked up some things on there so I can show you some of the do's and don't buys from Temu. Please do like, comment, share, follow. I love interacting with you guys. I'm also over on TikTok as well if you want to check out my TikTok page. I do slightly different videos over there. But until next time, guys, stay safe and bye-bye.